Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 4th edition of the Big Game Draft. Round of applause. I am very excited, as I'm sure all our panelists here are today. I'll start from my left, your right. We've got Eddie Winter, Sean Baraka, myself, Jack Corbett, Daniel Axon, Benjamin Saunders, and Thomas Ledson. And yeah, let's get a move on. To start off with, we're going to interview one of our captains today, Jack Corbett, and I'll pass it on to Dan to conduct the interview.
Awesome, great to be here. So Jack, you haven't won a big game yet.
I haven't.
Same with Sam. That's
Yep.
the reason why you're captains. How do you think you get the edge over him in this big game?
Look, just had a bit of bad luck past few big games. Like, I reckon just the hunger. Like, I'm here. I don't see Sam. I don't know if you're tuning in, Sam, but, you know, I'm dedicated. I asked you that same question, are you dedicated? But I'm ready to go. Like, it's going to be a great game. Like, no matter what the result. Obviously, I'm desperate for a win. Haven't won a big game yet, but we'll see what happens, man.
Very good answer there. I like it. The next thing I want to ask you is, it's a bit of a different draft this time with the tier list. What do you want from your players coming into your team? What qualities are you looking for when you want players?
Look, touched on it a little bit in that previous question, but just want some heart. Like, that's all I can ask for. If you're on the pitch, you're playing as hard as possible. That's all I want, because the tier list, how it works is like, it's all based on like similar skill levels and what we've seen. So if I get the people with the heart in each tier, I reckon I'll be set for my first big game win and hopefully be able to bring some other wins to some other people. So we'll see what happens.
Good. All right, last question. Where do you find yourself playing position-wise? You're a bit of a versatile player. You played centre-back mostly. You played centre-mid in the second big game. Where do you find yourself playing in this game?
Look, I'm most comfortable in centre-back. Definitely, but you never know. Depends on, because it's a random draw. You can't really plan for anything. So I could be the only centre back on my team, like natural centre back, or there could be like 6 of us, and then I might push into midfield. So you never know. Yeah, you could see me on a wing. That'd be a bit dangerous for my team. Probably not the best idea for myself, but you know, let's have some fun. Let's get into it. So I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Awesome, I love it. Thank you very much for the interview. All right.
First, I'd like to point out that Harry Everett has commented that cracking cricket is better. I would like to ban this man from the chat. Such a fraud comment. Anyway, how it's going to work tonight is that over here, behind me to my right, is we have... I'm looking at the wrong camera. We have a tub with ping pong balls, everyone's name written on them. We will draw out a name, and that person will be assigned to a team, which we will draw from this tub here to see who goes first. Throughout each tier, what we'll do is we'll draw there's 6 in each tier apart from the last tier, which has 8, and that's all the people who are making their big game debuts. And we've got quite a few this year, which is exciting. So yeah, we'll jump into that very soon, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to see who's going first out of Jack and Sam. So Jack, you get to draw it here. So you could be going first.
Eyes closed. I'll hold the mic for you. So.
Chuck your hand in there.
All right, who we got? Sam Bates is going first. Ooh.
Who's going second?
Well, that's probably me. Doesn't matter, but we'll see what happens.
Jack Corbett, how do you feel right now?
You know, feel pretty happy.
Happy?
You know? Yeah, feel good. Just ready to get into another big game. So feeling pretty calm as well. So no nerves. Don't have to pick anyone. So just let fate decide what's going to happen for this big game, I guess.
Full respect. All right. Let's get into the draw.
All right. And I'd like a disclaimer. Can they hear me?
All right, so this draw is completely random right now. Tom is just drawing it. He has no idea who he's picking. Looking right up. This is the S tier, which is considered the top tier. That is me.
No!
I am.
No!
I hate to say it. I am the number 1 pick in the big game for the first time in history. That's the way I'm telling it anyway. Here we go. So the next person will be on the opposite team. So I'm on Sam's team, is what that means, unfortunately for Jack.
I want it down on my team real bad.
Who's it going to be?
Who is it?
Hamish Ridgway.
Hamish Ridgway.
Jack
Alrighty.
gets Hamish Ridgway,
Let's
the
go,
MVP of
Let's
the
go.
last game. That's a big pick right there. That's a big pick. Both big picks early on.
Jack, you a fan of that pick?
Very much so. MVP last game. He's going to do it again, I reckon.
Very well said. Here's the next one to join me and Sam. Who's it going to be? Ben Graham. That's my guy right there. That's the engine room right there. My indoor teammate. Thursday nights, you know it. Jack, what do you think about that, losing out on Ben Graham? What are your thoughts?
Oh, missing out on a lot of endurance from Benny G. I'm a bit worried with the chemistry that he has with you, but, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fair enough. We've still got 3 picks to go here. So you're going to get next, Jack. Jackson Ridgway,
yes.
the Ridgway brothers.
Yes.
They're together. Again, they can't be split.
Oh, man.
How do you feel about that, Jack?
Well, Jacko has not lost a big game. Hamish has not lost a big game. So that's a good sign.
That is
And the chemistry there.
They're serial winners in this. They haven't lost, so that's a great pick for you. All right, to see who joins Dan, Ben, and Sam. Who's it going to be? Sean Baraka. Sean Baraka. How do you feel about that, Sean?
Let's go!
Which means Edgar Amondi is your final pick for S tier. Joining Team Jack.
Not the worst having Edgar, but I'm worried about the Dan, Ben, and Sean chemistry. Like, proper worried now.
Edgar, I'm coming for you, mate. Watch those legs.
So, Dan and Sean, with Ben Graham on your team, you three you play indoor together. Yes. So you've obviously got that team chemistry already. So how do you think that's gonna compare? How do you word this? I have no idea.
How's it going to play out?
How's this gonna play out?
Onto the pitch?
Oh, well, I have been on Dan's team before, and I've been on Ben's team before, but separately. The key to having both of them on my team, it brings it all together. At one point, I had the legs, which with Ben. At one point, I had the tactical, dribbling, technical skills with Dan. Now I have both. I don't even have to run, All these boys can do the running. And that suits me perfectly. Have you seen the size of me? Have you? Yeah, that's what
Dan.
I'm very excited, very excited.
I'm going to pass on to Dan. Dan, you have never teamed up with Sean before. Oh,
That's
no.
a lie. Shut up. That's a lie.
No, first big game you did, but we forget about that one. That's why I didn't remember.
Count.
How's it going to feel to finally team up, as they called the Big Two in Big Game?
I mean, I've made it clear before this draft happens who I wanted on my team mostly, and it was Sean. And I also did say, if I had to pick another person for the chemistry, it'd be Ben. So I've had the perfect start, in my opinion. I think we've got a very well-rounded team to start, and we've got Sam. I think we've got Sam as well, who's a decent,
very good centre back.
You know what I mean? So
we'll see if he puts himself somewhere else this
You've got
time.
to think about it. Ben's that midfield engine room. I can play midfield up front. Sean can play wherever you want to play Sean. He's just that good. So it's a good start to it. I love it.
Let's have a chat to the man himself, which Eddie will take away. Jack, would you like to step up?
Listen, Jack,
Yes.
has that gone to plan or not?
Not exactly. But, look, I just wanted one of Sean and Dan. They're on the same team now. I know their chemistry. I wanted to split them up, but, you gotta live and learn. Gotta live with these things. Wasn't my decision. It was up to fate, as I said before. So
Earlier you were mentioning that you want players with heart and those who are going to give 100% in the game. Looking at your team so far, do you think that's the case?
Look, well, I've definitely got heart on my team. That's what I know. Like, I've seen Jacko Ridgway. He's the nicest guy outside of the big game. Get him on the soccer pitch. The guy's an animal. So I love having Jack on my team. Hamish is the same, very much so. And Edgar, oh, man, there's some real talent there. So, look, you can't really go wrong in the first pick because they're all quality players. But, I wanted to split these two up because I know how dangerous they can be together.
Also, last question. We are aware that there's going to be a trade period for a week. Is that correct? Yeah. So there will be a week where captains can trade players. Now, I know it's only the first round, but do you have any trade picks in mind?
I don't really know. And that's my honest opinion. I don't really know. We'll see what happens with the later picks, but I don't have a trade in mind at the moment.
So we are about to jump into our A tier, which consists of Jacob Peake, Adam Cookler, Mitch Raw, Tobin Dolman, Joseph Pirabon, and Sam Bates himself. It's a bit different because Sam can't draw himself in the thing because we already know that he's on his own team. What's going to happen is that there are 6 people in A tier, but Sam counts for one of those 3 that are drawn. So Sam only gets 2 drawn from A tier, while Jack will get 3. And that will also translate to B tier, where Jack will only get 2 from B tier and Sam will get 3. So they count as their own pick, essentially. All right. We will now jump into the A tier picks. Dan, anything else to add?
I think we're good to go. Right into it. Great start to the night. Yeah, just do the same order then. Sam. Wait, actually no, do Jack. So this will be Jack's pick now, just because it will even itself out with the Sam having less people to pick from this round. Okay. Jack has got Jacob Peake. Now that is a big pick. I'll tell you that now. That's a really good pick, Jack. What are your thoughts on that right now? That's a very good pick.
Theme of the night is heart. Jacob Peake, he's the attack dog himself.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to have him on his team. Peaky, I see that you're watching. I want you to bark the whole big game. That's all I ask of you. I don't even care if you touch the ball. I just want you to bark all day. That's all I've got to say about Peaky.
Great pick. Now it is Sam's pick. Who will he get? Tobin Dolman. That is a huge pick. He played central of the park last game, but on the wing, he's very dangerous.
Great pick.
Great. I'm happy with that for my team.
Sam's team.
All right. My team. All right, now it will be Jack's pick right now. Mitch, the keeper. It's a very good pick. He's another one. He's undefeated. He's got the undefeated streak going on here, which is it's going to be tough to beat. Joseph and Adam are left. This is for Sam. Who is it going to be? Joseph or Adam? Joseph Pirabon. My man, Johnny Sins himself. The GOAT.
Is it safe? Can we call it, boys?
And the last pick will be Adam Cookler, who will go to Jack's team, which is a good pick. Absolutely. He actually was the MVP of the first big game, so he's due for another good one.
Very interesting round.
So an interesting draw there, Jack. Do you want to pick up the microphone? Yeah. What are your thoughts? The 3 that you got, how do you feel?
Yes. Yeah, I'm happy,
Mm.
but the problem is, yet again, there's even more chemistry on that team. You've literally got Joseph with Sean and Dan and Ben Graham. Like, they've played together for like 12, 13 years together. Like, they've known each other all the way through school. They grew up on the courts. They invented the big game, if you will. Like, as Sean goes for a
Just
call.
to cut you off quickly,
Yes.
Jacob Peake. We've got a live interview from Jacob Peake himself. I think.
Peaky. Is he on speaker?
Listen here.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm going to be completely honest. You got to get me off this team.
Oh,
Just as we spoke about the trade block, Jacob Peake has put himself on the trade block.
Anything else to say, Jacob?
Nah, that's it.
that's it. And he's gone.
A wonderful word from Jacob Peake, who's clearly ecstatic to be on Team Corbett this year. You've already got a bit of a problem in the dressing room. What's going to happen there, Jack?
Oh,
Is he going to be shipped?
This is shambles.
Is he
going to
be shipped for the right deal?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. If he wants to be traded, like, we could work out a deal. Sam, we'll try and get him.
Look, if we can get
a good
Jake,
deal.
and there might have to be a deal done. We'll see. So we'll have to talk to Sam. He is
More
the
chemistry, you know?
captain. We'll have to talk to him, but I think we could get a deal done possibly. First in big game history if we do. By the way, I've never done a trade before.
Alright, we're gonna do A or B.
We will now jump into the B tier, which consists of Jack Corbett, Edward Winter, Nathan Heath, Nathaniel Wood, Cody Bachelor, and Jack Van Overen. You've got a good array of talent there. Is there anyone in specifics that you're hoping to pick up in this draw?
I don't know. I'm trying to just take in what's happened in the first two and the dressing room issues. Like that's
Team
look,
Corbett
look,
is already
I
in
know-
the shambles.
I know if Peaky's on my team, he's going to play with all his heart, but you never know. Chris Gould.
we have Chris Gould joining. Please put me
Chris,
on
you
Team
are a
Bates.
fraud. I don't want you on my team. And
Would
your
you-
profile picture sucks.
If Chris was to be drawn on your team, would you play him in keeper?
I would trade him.
All right, we are going to jump into the B tier now. Same situation as last time. Jack is in this tier, so he will only get 2 picks, and Sam will get 3. All right.
So we'll start off with Sam. Firstly, like we did with Jack last time, just because he was the first one picked. We count that as the first pick of that tier. So here we go. Another action-packed tier lists, probably. Who's it going to be? It is Jack Van Overen. That's an interesting pick, that one. And so Sam's pick will be the next one. Oh, Jack, sorry. I've completely stuffed it up.
Don't pick me.
Eddie's asked not to be picked.
Please.
See what happens. Nathan. Nathaniel. Oh, Nathaniel. Oh, that was a mix-up, that one. There you go. That's a interesting one right there. Nathaniel, he's a good winger. We'll see how that goes.
Please. I'm so nervous.
Nathan Heath. One of the best fullbacks so far, I think, in the big game.
They're fishing
Good
bromance.
probably the best right back in the draft. That's an interesting one.
Tom, just nice me, Tom.
This is Jack.
Nice me.
Cody Bachelor.
Cody Bachelor. Let's go.
Cody Bachelor. He had a great game last time. That means that Edward Winter,
Get in.
he's on Team Sam. He joins us. Jack, another tier list gone. You weren't happy at the start, but I saw the mood go a bit better at the end. What are your thoughts?
Look, I've only seen Cody play once, and he broke my ankles, so that's a good sign. Nathaniel as well, very athletic, very pacey. In the second big game, he was actually a monster. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to if it's the warmer the better for Nathaniel, I reckon. Like he's very fit, so he should be coming alive in the second half, I reckon, of the game, especially. But
Very true.
yeah, pretty happy with that.
Eddie, you've been picked.
I know.
You joined Sean and I.
I couldn't be more happy.
How do you feel about the team that you've been on so far?
Listen. The only word that comes to mind is ecstatic.
Ecstatic.
I just see myself out in the wing. Dan's over the top through ball. I just see it. It's so easy to visualize with this team. I'm so proud to be on your team.
You know, it's a great team we've got so far. I do think though, Jack's team. I don't think Jack's team's that bad. I don't think. You know.
No, definitely.
They've got the defensive side pretty good.
There are some quality players, and honestly,
Quality players.
as an attacking player myself, I am quite intimidated by
Yeah.
some of the players you've been picked, namely Nathan. He's kind of a beast, so we'll see how things go, but very happy to be on this team.
Just a quick question for Jack. All of those except Nathan are attackers. Well, known attackers.
Yes.
You didn't get Nathan. Does that... Nathan's had some very, very solid, consistent performances at right back. Was that someone you were hoping to grab?
Look, I was hoping to grab him, but
Yeah.
I reckon there is someone I have in mind for right back if I get him, and that is Fletcher Neal. So, and he's in D tier, so we'll see what happens. Oh, we got a
Jacob
call over
Peake
here.
has joined us on the line
he's-
again.
He's back again.
So, Jacob, what did you want to say?
Firstly, I'd just like to apologise to Jack Corbett. I didn't want to cause any unnecessary controversy. And this call is this is no means as to like suck up or anything to get traded, but it absolutely is. Get me off the channel. I want to play with Daniel. All right? I'm not joking around here, boys. I'm an all-star. I get what I want.
Thank you.
Thank you very
So,
much
yeah.
for your input, Jacob.
We just had Nathaniel Wood send a message in the chat. Says, "All love Jack. About time you get a win." How does it make you feel? Lifts the team morale a bit, doesn't
Nathaniel,
it?
oh, that's what I need, man. That's what I need right now. Awesome to have you. Awesome to have you on the chat as well. Love your support. So we'll try and get the win together.
We've got also another comment here from to a Shimon Baraka. Actually,
What did he say?
he said, "I'm so proud of you, little bro, going places." How do you feel about that? What do you want to say to Shimon, who's watching right now?
Listen, it actually brings a tear to my eye, boys. You know, it's my big brother. You know, I look up to him so much, even though I've surpassed him in the soccer sense. You know,
Interesting.
you know. But thanks, big bro. I love you, man.
Is this hold on, back to Sean. Is this a potential big game edition
No.
one day? No?
No.
I'd gladly take it.
We're going on to C tier now.
Okay.
Sean wants to say something.
As we like to say, my favorite character in any movie, Dom Toretto. It's all about family.
Facts, brother, facts. True words never been spoken. All right, we're on to C tier now. Getting through it.
Wait,
That
before we
one.
get into C tier, bit of an intermission. What are we wearing today, boys? Starting with Tom. What brands are you wearing?
I actually don't know.
Is that Gucci?
I think it is, honestly.
Gucci?
Yeah. My
Gucci?
formal suit, had to go all out for
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Ben?
Little Versace, little Prada.
Dan?
Like Ben said, it's all Willem Dafoe fits. That's all it is, So that's it.
Jack?
Op shop, baby.
Op shop. Nice.
All Dior.
Dior, yes. Dior hat, Chanel coat,
Sweet.
Gucci. I got the Nike slides on.
It's got there
I
you
got
go.
the Nike slides.
All right, I think now we are definitely on a C tier.
And one, no.
And in that tier we have Geordie, Ben Saunders, Chris, Tom Clenzy, Tara Hannon, and Tom Ledson, who is actually doing it. So he's going to rig it, we all know. But let's see how it goes. Yeah. Sam will be first. Let's see how it goes. Tom Ledson. I must say, I'm a bit disappointed with that pick. I don't want this guy on my team. Yeah. All right, that's gonna be trades. There's gonna be trades. Team Corbett. Who's gonna get? It's Chris. Trade.
Nah,
Chris,
love you,
Chris,
Chris.
if you're watching at home, which you've seen, you put a couple comments. Hope you're doing well.
I think
He's already.
he's just logged off right about
Yeah,
now.
he probably has. Who have we got up now? Tara Hannon. That's a good pick. Good player in the last big game. Very impressive. Yeah, the girls. Team feminism. Ben Saunders.
Ben Saunders.
He's here.
Oh,
Quick thoughts, Ben.
Oh, hold up.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Oh, we got Chris. Hang on. Cut back.
Chris is on.
We have
Hold on.
Chris Gould here.
We'll wait for Chris.
All
Just
right.
Wait, don't answer it.
Chris, just hold up for a second.
Yeah, hold up.
I know you're angry.
We have Tom with the pick for Geordie Patterson. Will be on Team Samuel. That means that Tom Clenzy is on Jack Corbett's team. We have Chris Gould on the line right now.
All right.
Jack, get him online right now. Chris, what do you got to say?
Chris, hello.
You better bloody trade me.
Chris, this is a family-friendly show. Please refrain from language such as that. Sounds like there's been a few
anything
cupboards
else to
slammed
say?
here.
Please trade me.
Maybe Chris has just pulled up outside. Sounds like there's a few doors slamming.
All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Chris. Cut him
Bye,
short.
Chris. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, love that he wants to be on my team.
First of all, I can't. I'm not gonna. Oh, Dan, take it away.
Hold that. That's all right. We got this. So, Ben, you had some quick thoughts before, but now you've had a minute to let it settle in. You've seen where everyone's landed. What are your thoughts right now?
Look, at the end of the day, underdog team or super team, I'm still going to absolute crush the opposition, absolute demolish them, absolute ruin their lives, put Dookie in their cereal. I'm going to absolutely, you heard me. It doesn't matter who I'm against. It doesn't matter if it's Dan, Sean, Sean, Ben Graham, Joseph, Tobin, who cares? They're nothing. It doesn't matter.
You're dumb, but anyways. Tom, you're on my team again.
So happy.
I'm a bit disappointed, but we'll cut past that. What are your thoughts with the team you've landed on? Are you happy with that as so far? Or?
I'm extremely happy. Personally, I think that we got a real solid attack, solid midfield, and a solid defense now. There's a few people that I've played with numerous times, so the chemistry is there. I'm very glad I don't have to go up against you, especially because I've been up against Sean. I know I can shut him down, but you're a bit tricky sometimes and messes with my mind a bit. But I'm also really gutted to not be with this man right here. We've been through a lot together, us three, the big three and pro clubs. We're almost making the Div 1 title, so wish us luck. It's going to be different seeing Ben line up in a different colour, and it's going to be weird for me lining up in blue for once. So there we go.
That is true. Same for me. Blue as well.
All right, let's cut to Jack now. We've interviewed you a bunch of times about your picks, but I want to know this round, how's it gone for you?
Oh, I really don't know. Look, Chris didn't want to be on my team, and he's on my team now. So I don't really know what I'm going to do formation-wise, because I'm seeing Ben and Chris, they're both fullbacks, and Jacko Ridgway's natural position is left-back. So, we'll see what happens. Cleansey as well, I don't know where he'll slot in, but I'm sure he'll add some quality, so we'll see what happens.
And I do need to know, Jack, your cousin, sitting across the table from us.
Yeah.
Did you want this man on your team, or did you want him furthest away from you possible?
No joke, I actually wanted him on my team. I wanted him on my team. I wanted to win my first big game with Tom. I wanted to win it with him.
Jacob Tom trade.
Jacob
right now.
Tom trade. Oh, we'll see what happens.
Hey, keep it on the low. Keep it on the low. Keep it on the low.
Jacob, I'll do it again.
He's on your team.
I don't care. Everyone's going.
I have to trade Jacob now. I'm worried. We're going to be down to 10.
It's looking like there's a lot of trades going to be happening. I'm loving it. And, one thing we're not talking about here is we're heading to the D tier. Mitch is the only keeper gone so far. That is the thing. And he is on Team Jack right now. So we'll see what happens in D tier. We do have a keeper in D tier, Callum Hillier, who is supposed to be pretty good. So we'll see how that goes.
Jack, I do ask, since the last game, would you play Chris and keeper?
Look, I've got Mitch in keeper, so I don't have to ask myself that question. But I reckon Chris is definitely suited to right back.
Before we jump into the D tier, all these men here are brand new players. So should we go through each of them just real quick, discussing? So we've got Callum Hillier, who apparently, according to his brother Josh Hillier, who sadly is not playing in this big game. We miss you, Josh, and we wish you all the best, whatever you're doing that weekend. Apparently Callum is a bit of all-rounder, just good at every sport he plays. And Sean, you've had some history with Callum, haven't you? Coaching him.
Yes, coaching history.
Coaching.
And I believe he's a very good keeper. I've coached him keeper before. He's very good.
So that might be someone for Team Bates to look out for. We got Ed Rudiger, who just yesterday was his birthday, and we assigned him to the big game. So happy birthday, Ed. Tom Bailey. We've seen what he can do on the basketball court, but soccer field might be something different. But we know he's quite crafty. Bit of an athlete, so that'll be good. Jacob Newman, another one of the new guys. What do we say about Jacob?
The guy's a gun athlete. Literally. I haven't seen him play a sport that he can't play. So we'll see what happens with Jacob.
Joseph Pirabon is in the chat saying he is ready. His alter ego is ready. Harry Everett, boys, we got some. He's on our basketball team. The guy can jump.
He's a good jump. He's got good physical about him.
We know he's
strong.
fast.
He's strong as well. That's one thing we know about him, and it's always dangerous. You've got someone strong like that you can put in anywhere on the pitch. You could probably play him through the middle and even maybe as a fullback as well, because of his pace.
Potential
so
centre back because of the height.
Exactly. So the height is there, so it's very difficult.
Fletcher Neild, Jack. Anything about Fletch? Yeah, we know he's your number one target.
Oh, yep. I want Fletcher on my team. I like Jacob, very good athlete, very fast. I haven't actually seen him play soccer, but I like pacey players on my team.
I spoke to Fletch yesterday at the wedding of Sully and Lucy Heil now, which was a beautiful
Congrats,
celebration
guys.
of love.
Congrats to them.
And he said he's been practicing. He's been in the backyard practicing his skills, getting ready. So we'll see how that translates. Ben Larnae Smith. Ben, close friend of yours. How do you think he's going to fare in the game?
Look,
is he going to show up?
Look, he can do a couple skill moves and all that, but dude's a midget.
Coming from the garden gnome himself.
Absolutely.
And the last one, Patrick Raw, brother of Mitch. Is he going to have as much success in the big game as Mitch has? Do we reckon?
I mean, it might run in the family. I mean, you've got sort of the thing going with Jackson, Jay Hill, and
family ties.
And Hamish as well. So, and if that continues with the Raws,
yeah,
I don't know.
We got Johnny Raw as well, who was a photographer. Maybe he can join up next game.
Maybe.
Never know.
He's always open to try.
All right, we're going to jump into the detail now. Our final draw. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We will have a bit of an extended discussion afterwards, but this is the final draw.
Jacob Peake has actually said that Ben Saunders is the ACL Reaper. Shout out to Jacob. Yes, it will be Sam first, once again.
Jacob, I would like to apologise for what I said. I'm a different person now, and I'm sorry for tearing your ACL.
And Callum.
Callum Hillier. Yeah. So we've got a keeper.
Let's
which is
go.
That's a good thing.
That's a very good thing. That's very good.
That's broken. Yeah, as Tom said, broken the family connection. That's a very interesting pick. Very big. Here we got Team Corbett now. If you open for Fletcher, can he get him? He got it, and he gets him. He gets his pick. He's happy. He's happy with that, Jack. What do you thought straight away?
Very happy that Fletcher's on my team. If you're watching, get keen, Fletch. Keep practicing. Hopefully you're better than I am at kicking a soccer ball.
Respect right there. Here we go. Sam has another pick now. Tom Bailey. Tom Bailey, there you go. Good pick, I reckon. Good basketball player. Let's see if it translates to the soccer pitch. Here's Jack's pick. Jacob Newman.
Yeah, we like that.
Good pick there. Jack's happy with that one, I think. Paddy, there you go. Joins Sam's team. Here's Jack's pick. Ed, there you go. A late joiner of the big game. And Ben Larnae and Harry Everett right now. This will be Sam's last pick. What we got? Harry Everett. There you go, Harry. Straight in. And that means that Ben Larnae will be joining Jack's team. And the teams are out. That does conclude the draft. We will have a bit of a chat now about the teams. And let's get into it. Jack, you've got your full team now. Obviously, you've been about 20 seconds since you've got it, but you're looking at it. What can you see your strengths are right now?
I see a lot of defenders. I see a lot of people with natural defensive instincts. So we'll see how that translates. Maybe we'll just park the bus all day. We'll see what happens. But nah, I'm pretty happy. We've got a lot of heart, which is good.
I mean, you look at the teams and you go, well, the last couple of big games, a lot of times people said maybe this team was better, and they ended up losing on the day. So it's not. You might think, oh yeah, maybe one team's better than the other, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen that way on the day. It's all about showing up on the day. So that's what it's about.
It is. You never know what can happen. You could have a late withdrawal. Never know, especially with these times.
It's very true.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Very, very true.
I'd like to ask Tom, since you've been doing the draw today,
Yes.
I just want to ask, what does the big game mean to you? What is its legacy?
Man, people who know me know what the big game means to me. It's a was an idea that a couple of us birthed a couple of years ago. We thought, what a great way to bring back everyone together and, you know, catch up with old friends, new friends. And it's just about unity, really. That's what the big game's all about. You know, anyone's welcome. If you're watching here, why not you next year, you know? Why not? Yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
I really love that, Tom. That's really inspiring
Thank
for
you
the
for
people
cutting
who
me
are
off.
watching
Thank
at
you.
home.
Yeah, thank you.
I do want to ask, what are your most proud moments in the big game so far?
Look, it has to be big game 3. Last minute of the game. You know, game was done from the get-go, honestly. But the moment that will stick with me is just running into the box and seeing Dan, just that open space across the goal, and just he laid it perfectly in front of me, and I smacked it in the back of the net. Just the feeling of, so anyway, just the feeling of celebrating with my friends and the boys. You know, it's just beautiful. And then Sean on the other team came and tackled me, so it's a beautiful moment.
What's a beautiful moment?
I agree, Sean.
I always
I'm
love
so glad we're
tackling you.
together
I always
this
love
game.
tackling you.
Mm.
What I have the mic. Ben, so you have insulted a few of your own teammates. You said you're coming for Jacob. You called Ben Larnae midget. Do you have anything to say to them now that they're on your team?
Be ready.
For what? What is going on? Yeah. Anything else you want to say to them?
No.
Okay, good. All right, one more question for you, Ben. Your captain Jack sitting a few seats to your left. What can you offer Jack on the field at the big game 4?
Look, I'm the smallest big man you'll ever see. And at the end of the day, if anyone tries to get past me, it's just bah. And they're done for. Absolutely done for. Ball's gone. I've absolutely tripped them over. If there's an injury, it is what it is. But, you know, I'm bringing absolutely nothing but passion for Jack Corbett.
I love that, Ben. Question for Dan. I really want to know, how many goals do you think you're going to score in the big game?
Well, look, it depends. I mean, I have played up front before, and I've scored a hat trick before in a game, but this time looking at my team, I see Joseph Pirabon. I see him, and he's a 9. He's as good a 9 as you're gonna get in here. So I might have to take a step back into the midfield, in the engine room, with probably Sean and Ben. It's looking like right now, and I think Joseph, his chat in the chat right now is great. Same with Jacobs, and I think we've got a really good team. I'll say I got a goal. I'll say I got a goal in the game. That's what I'll say, but I won't go further than that.
Cool. Question for Tom. Are you on set pieces?
I mean, those who have seen me when we've gone for a kick around know that I can hit a free kick pretty well. Remember that little competition we had that I smacked all of these people on this table. I'm pointing at this one and that one especially. Top bins. If the opportunity is there and I get the opportunity, I might just have to hit one, you know? If you let me.
Well said.
I have a question for Sean and Dan. Now, Sean, we'll start with Sean. Sean, you are the leading scorer in big game history with 5. You've scored in every game so far. 1 in the first one, 1 in the third, and a hat-trick in the second. Dan, you have 4. Is there going to be a bit of a friendly but healthy competition for goals this time round?
No. Like, you see, the game football, it originated in England.
Yes.
With Brazilian and Chinese roots in there, intertwined, you know? The actual meaning of football, right?
Yeah.
In Chinese, this might be racist. In Chinese, foot means team.
Yeah.
Now, there is no I in team, is there, Tom?
There is not.
All right? So, whoever gets the goals, whether it be Sam from centre back, whether it be Callum, he might be keeper, probably. Joseph, Tobin, Eddie, Jack Van Over, and Ben. Who else is in our team? Tara, Harry.
Me.
Anyone gets the goals. That's all that matters. I hope to contribute in whichever way the team needs me. You know, if that's scoring goals, yes. If that's taking Edgar out, yes. I'm happy to take whatever role my team captain Sam needs me to take.
That's a very stirring speech and very motivating. Dan, anything to add?
I have the same sentiments as Sean. Only thing I have to disagree with is I'll listen to Sam. Sam, if you're listening, I never listened to a word you said before, and I'm not starting today. So good luck with keeping my ego intact.
Just seeing here, Jacob Peak is calling for Sean to get cancelled right about now.
Said Sean's talking crazy right now.
Oh, I love it, Peaky. Never change, man. Oh, that's a good question for Sean. How did it start with the Chinese?
If you've read your history books, firstly, read your history and then come chat to me. That's all I have to say to that, actually.
Sean is correct. I'll back him up on that. It did originate in China, firstly.
I have just a question for Jack. Apart from the obvious ones like Ben, Dan, Sean, is there anyone from Sam's team that you like? Who's the one that you really wanted that you missed out on?
I don't know. I reckon in Tier A, the perfect fit, well, like the biggest knee we would have had would be a striker. And then we could play Edgar in the middle, and that would have been Joseph.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon them having Joseph is huge because they've got the chemistry, they got the link up, especially with Dan, Sean, Ben. Like, that chemistry is massive. So as soon as I saw the S tier go, I was like, I need Joseph. So very disappointed I don't get to play with Joseph. So just got to try and shut him down now.
Is Adam a striker? Could he be played there?
He could be played striker. I mean, he was unreal on the wing. So
Chris has
you
very
never know.
fond memories of that moment.
Wherever the team need is, I reckon that's where Adam can feel very talented player. So we'll see what happens.
Very good. Very good.
I think are we wrapped up? I reckon.
Yeah, Eddie. Eddie.
Yeah, let's ask this man a question.
Eddie,
Yes, sir.
First couple of big games, first two were a bit lackluster on your end.
I disagree.
I agree.
You
You
listen,
really...
Listen, no, shut up. Listen.
Hang on. I'm asking the question here, mate.
Listen, just because you pulled balls out of a pot doesn't mean you're better than me, all right?
Oh,
I just
man.
want to state my case.
Go on.
First two games, I was getting into my stride. I'm still a youngster. You look at these guys, they're all older than me. Literally like 90 years old here. So... I'm saying the first two games, I'm hitting my stride. I was so unfit for the second game, you don't even understand.
It was a very hot day.
It was. Bushfires raging in the background, you know how it is. But third game, I just hit a sweet spot,
Third,
I was a bit more in form.
Third game, you could have had a hat trick. There was the goal which you worked really hard for, which Jack let you through. The first, you shut up. There was a goal right on the half time, which controversially was disallowed, which we think should have been allowed.
For those who weren't there, I scored, but everyone said the half was called. I didn't hear a whistle. This time, I hope we have a proper referee
and
a
a
proper
neutral
whistle,
timekeeper.
something like that. But listen, it is what it is. I'll move on, and I scored a goal in the game anyway.
Yes,
So.
yes. It was a very good game from you. So, how are you feeling about Team Bates?
Listen, I'm pretty happy. I'm in like company with legends here. Like we got legends of the game, and I'm just a part of it. So I'm loving that. You don't understand how long I've been dreaming for another goal and another big game to just show off in.
Yes.
I just want to show my hard work and talent that I put in behind the scenes. I've been at it, and the boys who have been at the trainings, I want to say thank you to all of you because you've been consistent. I've seen you out there on the pitch, and we're going to put in some good work. So
yes,
this is the big game.
All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. We thank you for your views. We thank you for your comments. Please join us on the 23rd of January, 6:30 p.m. kickoff at SA Panthers Sports Complex. Thank you for watching.